Earth and space. Early stage 1 of this strand introduces students to the fundamental understanding of the Earth as a dynamic interrelated part of physical and biological systems. Students are to pose questions about familiar objects and events. In this case, students are asking a question about a familiar notion, the sun. The testable question is, what happens to your shadow at different times of the day? The aim is to investigate the effect the time of the day has on an object's shadow's length. The experiment will test the length of shadows at 3 different times of the day: morning at 8 a.m, midday at 12 p.m, and the afternoon at 4 p.m. Students must make prior predictions before beginning the investigation. The hypothesis in this investigation was, the shadow will be the longest in the morning at 8 a.m, at midday, 12 p.m, the shadow will have the shortest length, and the afternoon at 4 p.m. will have the next longest shadow after 8 a.m. In this investigation, the variable that we change, also known as independent variables, is the time of day. This had 3 levels: morning at 8 a.m, midday at 12 p.m, and the afternoon at 4 p.m. The variable that we measure, also known as the dependent variable, is the length of shadow. And the variable that we keep the same, also known as a controlled variable, is the position the bear sits and the measuring tool. In this case, it's the student's foot length, and it must be the same student's foot. The materials used in this investigation is an object, in this case a teddy bear, a pen, a sticky note, and the investigator. The method of this investigation is: Step 1. Find a sunny spot clear from any other objects. Step 2. Place a sticky note on the floor where the bear will sit each time. Step 3. At 8 a.m, place the bear on the sticky note. Step 4. Measure the length of the shadow with your feet and record it into the table. Step 5. Repeat steps 3 to 5 with the other time slots. And step 6, repeat the experiment another 2 times to ensure the results are reliable. The students will gather their results and record it in the following table. They'll have 3 trials and they'll list the results under 8 a.m, 12 p.m, and 4 p.m. Here are the shadows at the different times of the day: 8 a.m. on the left, 12 p.m. in the middle, and 4 p.m. on the right. The students used an informal measurement to record their results. In this case, they used the length of their foot to measure the length of the shadow. As you can see, at 8 a.m. it had the longest shadow, 4 p.m. had the next longest shadow, and at 12 p.m. it had the shortest shadow. In conclusion, the hypothesis was correct. However, the shadow at 4 p.m. was not much shorter than the shadow at 8 a.m. From this experiment, students gain knowledge about our environment and understand daily temperature variation. On a sunny day, we can see how our shadows may change throughout the day. The sun's position in the sky affects the length of the shadow. When the sun is low on the horizon, in this case at 8 a.m. and 4 p.m, the shadows are long. When the sun is high in the sky, in this case at 12 p.m, the shadows are much shorter. However, the size of the shadow depends on the size and the position of the object. Hence, in this experiment, this is why we kept these variables constant. The students could also list the direction of the shadow, for example, left of the bear or right of the bear, to gain a deeper knowledge.